So the finished FireBoard Spark, that's what we're building this week at FireBoard. Hey, it's Byron from FireBoard. What does a manufacturing company do when they start running low on products? Well, we make more. We only got a few dozen FireBoard Sparks left on our shelves. So today and this week, we're building more Sparks. So when our production employees come in, they come and they look at this board, they find their name, here's the names of our production employees, and they come across and say, okay, this is what I'm doing today. So in this case, Dustin, he's doing the instant read, that's what IR stands for. He's doing the daughter board pot and test, and then he's installing that board and screen into the case. At least that's what I think he's doing. And Sammy's doing this, and Michael and Destiny, Erica and Kayla are all doing different things, but all of those things deal with the FireBoard Spark. Let's take a look at them actually working. So over here we have Princess Destiny. She's putting in daughter boards, these daughter boards that have all the connections on them. She's putting them into the case, and then she's using some potting. We call it potting. It's this silicone stuff in that tube, and she does some sealing, and actually in the bottom she's using the potting to help hold it in place. And then she does some sealing, a little more sealing around those components just to help keep it moisture resistant. So if you've ever taken a tour of our facility, you may see some of these little weird looking box things that are sitting around. These are what we use to flash our circuit boards. Kayla over here is flashing the circuit board of the instant read, the Spark. And then over here, she's also working on the probe. She's cleaning them up and getting them prepared so they can get assembled into the actual final product. So Dustin and Sammy over here are putting on screens, and they're having some struggles today because the potting that we're doing over there is sometimes going to places that they need to cut that out, and sometimes connections aren't done, so Dustin's not having the best of days. But that's part of the manufacturing process. Part of the fun is that we're just trying to figure out the best way to do things and to address problems as they come up on the line. So over here we got Michael. He's doing the final soldering of the probe that Kayla was working on. He's taking that probe and he's soldering it actually to the circuit board right here to start putting the final touches on the Spark. So after Michael gets done soldering on that probe to the circuit board, it gets a faceplate put on it. So that pretty much takes care of the assembly process. But then it comes here into a calibration bath. We're not doing this today, but it goes into the calibration bath where we calibrate each and every Spark to specific measurements so that you can make sure that the readings you're getting on your Spark are accurate. So before we even begin the hand assembly, we have to actually build the circuit boards, and we have our own line for that. And this is what the boards look like when they come off that line. It's a panel of actually 5 circuit boards that come off the line. We set them over here, and these are ready now for hand assembly. So here it is, the finished FireBoard Spark. That's what we're building this week at FireBoard.